This may be your final opportunity this performance cycle to shape your manager's perception about you. So let's make the most of it. In this video, I'll share 5 tips to help you craft a self-review that will finally get you the recognition, raise, or promotion that you have been dreaming of. Now, most companies use a standard format, which is a combination of your accomplishments, areas of improvement, and your self-rating. My first 3 tips will focus on how to write your accomplishments. My 4th tip will focus on how to write your area of improvement. And the 5th tip, I'll leave it a surprise for now. Let's jump in. When writing your accomplishments, you want to think about what you achieved at work this last performance cycle and what you're truly proud of. And your goals play an important role here too. We already know this, so my tip here is to think from your manager's perspective. What are the goals that they care about? I would focus on those. Add data related to that. What did you accomplish? How did you affect the bottom line? Did you save any operational expenses? Where were the challenges? How did you help out there? Here's an example. I successfully delivered Project X on time and under budget. Again, select a project that aligns with your manager's goals. When writing your accomplishments, I see people fumble here saying, I completed Project X or I completed Project Y. Well, what value did you add? What impact did you have? So the tip here is to state the value or the impact that you've had and not just the task. And make it even stronger by quantifying your accomplishments. Provide data, examples, and metrics related to those accomplishments. Coming back to our example, here's the impact. This project generated an additional 5% in revenue for the company and received highly positive feedback from our customers. As you can see, I've quantified my impact with that 5% number. It would have been great to have more metrics around how much positive feedback. It also matters how you achieve those accomplishments. This is what the company cares about. For example, if you were a leader, but you created a lot of conflict along the way, or you trampled on other teams, then that's not really going to look good. The company really cares about the culture and the values. How did you embody it in your day-to-day? For example, did you demonstrate leadership? Did you demonstrate collaboration? What I would do here is look through the company culture and values, underline parts, and see how you can incorporate it into your accomplishments. Let's build on our example. I demonstrated our company's cultural value of collaboration by working closely with teams A and B and supporting their engineers when they face difficulties, leading to the success of this project. Here, I've made the cultural value very obvious. Now, coming to the areas of improvement, you don't want to list everything that you did wrong or what you could have done better. My tip here is to focus on 1 to 2 areas of improvement. Here's an example. Public speaking. I get extremely nervous before giving a presentation and make mistakes even though I know my subject matter. Then, share what you'll do differently going forward. That's the important part, the learning behind it. Let's build on our example. In the upcoming quarter, I plan to enroll in a public speaking course. Additionally, I will rehearse my presentations in front of a friend before presenting to a larger group. In terms of how much detail you should reveal, it depends on your manager. Some managers may use it against you, or some managers may really support your growth. You'll know best because you know your manager best. I would also avoid blame here. This may be obvious, but you'll be surprised at how many times I've seen it, where people blame other people, teams, or even the customers. Focus on what you can do differently. For the 5th tip, I'll share an example here. I had an amazing engineer who wrote paragraphs and paragraphs in their self-review. I think you get where I'm going with this. Keep it concise. Avoid any unnecessary details. Bonus tip, I hear a concern. Neeraj, how do I rate myself? Do I give myself succeeded in expectations or do I give myself exceeded in expectations? I'm worried that if I give myself exceeded, then it may come off as tooting my own horn. My advice here is to just be honest. Did you meet your goals? Did you embody the company culture? Yeah, you succeeded in expectations. Now, if you feel you went above and beyond, then I would put exceeded in expectations. Now, during the performance review conversation with your manager, you guys can discuss any gaps in perception and see how you can close that gap. Speaking of the performance review conversation, what's the best way to prepare for it so you come across confident? Well, I have you covered. I'll have a video for it next week, so subscribe if you haven't yet. Or if you're watching this video 1 week from its release date, then you can just click here. I wish you the very best. You got this.